chambers and organizations working for the business community. But I am sorry to say, although all the organizations work for the SME, but dedicated association or network of MSME entrepreneur is not common. As such, voice and concern of MSMEs are not given proper attention by the relevant stakeholders. In many cases, the need for collective voices and integrated and collective initiatives cannot be overemphasized, are not organized, and they don't have the opportunity and scope for building the sustainable organization. I have come to know that IamSME of Bangladesh has been inspired by the phenomenal achievement in India by the IamSME India. I have gone through some of the programs and initiatives taken by IamSME India. Few minutes back, I have an opportunity to visit the learned deliberation of Mr. Chawla, which is very catchy and attractive. He has given some sequential steps to bring success in SME sector that is really equally effective and equally applicable for the environment of Bangladesh also. Lastly, I wish grand success of IamSME of Bangladesh and would like to thank the organizers, promoters, supporters of this initiative. Many thanks to His Highness, EU Ambassador, IamSME of India team, and all the distinguished guests present here in this launching ceremony. Thank you all very much. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a great moment, a historic moment, I would say, in the chapter of SMEs in Bangladesh. All through the visionary leadership of His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Bangladesh Bank, and Mr. Chaudhary, who inspired his team. But then, I would not take away the credit from Mr. Rajiv Chawla, who inspired them by his exemplary role which IamSME of India plays in India. So congratulations to all of you, sir. IamSME of India's leader, Rajiv Chawla, is soon going to be the leader of the entire world, because he is going to set up institutions like this all across the world. And especially when the real hand-holding for the first generation entrepreneurs are required, we have to look up to people and inspiring leaders like him. It is this Government of India organization, and the moment we say a Government of India organization, we normally think it must be an organization run by government funds, by government grants. But I have a great sense of pride in sharing with you that National Small Industries Corporation does not get any government funds when it comes to meeting its administrative costs, and then reach out to all areas which a small entrepreneur requires. And I have a great pride in telling you that for financial year 2014-15, we did a business of 20,000 crores, hand-holding the micro, small and medium enterprises all across India. I'm sure in the times to come, these models would be beneficial, and there would be many more enterprises which would be there. And even today, it is India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka which are growing at 6%. And outside China, there is no other countries who are collectively growing at this rate. The rate of growth being just 2% at other places. So when we have these advantages, the advantages of cost of labor, the advantages of a young population, and advantages of visionary leaders like the Honorable Governor we have sitting with us, why not we take advantage of that and ensure that the MSMEs of the countries in this region stand to gain and stand to advantage. I'm sure in the times to come, these enterprises which are going to be set up more by IamSME of Bangladesh would be advantageous to all in creating more and more enterprises. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. On behalf of Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry and on my own behalf, I take this opportunity to thank IamSME of Bangladesh for inviting me as a special guest. With its 5 decades of practical experience in operating and facilitating trade, investment and economic activities, the Chamber has successfully been working to strengthen its research and information services with a view to providing the SMEs with relevant data and information concerning the emerging changes that are taking place in the world economic scenario. Vision of industrial growth of the country, develop socio-economic life of the citizen, and keep positive impact on GDP. DCCI, in association with Bangladesh Bank, organized DCCI Entrepreneurship and Innovation Expo in 2013. But we have to pay overwhelming major portion of the export earnings for importing of raw materials of ready-made garments.
Good morning, everyone. This is unquestionably a turning point in the journey of not just Bangladesh, but in the journey of Bangladesh and India together towards creating a more egalitarian and a more inclusive process of industrialization and economic development. And when I travel the length and breadth of Bangladesh, this is what I actually see, and this is what most outsiders see in Bangladesh. The relentless and abundant amount of energy, the overvaulting ambition to become and to create a better tomorrow, and this strong belief in the abilities of Bangladesh and in the people of Bangladesh. So from all these points of view, I think both the partners from India, which is the IamSME and the NSIC, could not have found a better country than Bangladesh to participate and to share their experiences. And I therefore wish them all the very best. I think the next stage to go here would be towards incubation. And here again we have some very exciting initiatives underway with Bangladesh and between Indian and Bangladeshi entities. And as the High Commission, we would be most happy to be the facilitator and to be the marriage broker, so to say. I also want to mention yet another initiative which I very much hope will lead to fruition. And this is the decision of the government of Bangladesh to identify and to earmark 2 areas for the development of special economic zones for India. So I thank you for inviting me. I congratulate the IamSME Bangladesh. A new organization has been born today. You have my best wishes, and I wish that we can move from this success to other successes, both within Bangladesh as well as between India and Bangladesh. Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I am glad to be associated with such a promising initiative. I am SME of Bangladesh, and I would like to join my voice to the one of my dear colleague, the High Commissioner of India, in congratulating all those who have contributed making this bright idea a reality today. The EU has been, over the recent years, in the forefront of supporting the SMEs in Bangladesh, and this through a dedicated program by the name of Inspired, that maybe some of you in this room are familiar with, which has been conducted and is still ongoing and has already provided, I think, some very meaningful results. The initiative we are celebrating today presents several distinctive and relevant features. One of them, among the most prominent, is its proximity with a similar initiative launched in India, IamSME of India, which has obviously been a source of inspiration on this side of the border. Allow me at this juncture to flag a few initiatives that the EU is taking that could directly or indirectly benefit the SMEs of Bangladesh. Access to technology is also critical for SMEs. We have on that account one huge worldwide EU program, Horizon 2020. I have no time today to elaborate on it. Please just keep in mind this title, this name, Horizon 2020. It can facilitate access to technologies by Bangladeshi SMEs. It has been a huge success in India. And I'm glad to see that also on this matter we are definitely on the same page. I am convinced that our combined efforts can make a difference and offer better chances to Bangladesh on its way to becoming a middle-income country and to the people of Bangladesh in improving their livelihood. I thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I now humbly request the chief guest of today's program, the launching ceremony of the IamSME of Bangladesh, who is also the mentor and guide to all of us, Honorable Governor of Bangladesh Bank, Dr. T. Rahman.
My special thanks to the visiting delegation of NSIC India and IamSME India for their continuous support to the formation and finally launching of IamSME of Bangladesh. This will remain as yet another milestone, this today's event I'm talking about, in our joint campaign for developing SMEs in the region. SMEs in Bangladesh and elsewhere are not always well organized, and hence their voices are not often heard by the policy makers. Only united voices are given ear to in every sphere of life. United, we can achieve, we can overcome any hurdle in this highly competitive business world. At the same time, I would also record my appreciation for the support of European Union and His Excellency here for development of MSMEs in Bangladesh, particularly through the support through INSPIRE project. And I see the presence of Mr. Ali Sabit, who has been instrumental in designing this SME support to Bangladesh. I want to record my appreciation for both the ambassadors here. Bangladesh Bank over the last 6 years or so has been continuously striving to broaden access to finance for the MSMEs throughout the country. We have established a MSME-friendly banking ecosystem here in Bangladesh. This 16-member team of SME entrepreneurs is going to really steer IamSME Bangladesh, and they, as you have seen, the leadership quality, I'm sure they will take this forward with great speed. Many bankers have also come forward, and I'm happy to see managing directors and CEOs in the launching program, and they have already showed their proactiveness by signing MOUs and handing over to the IamSME Bangladesh. Many countries around the globe are sharing our experience in the MSME and women entrepreneurs development. Even the British House of Commons noted our achievement while discussing on this year's World Women's Day. I thought we were on the map, on that day. We have taken many regulatory and policy moves that helped achieve significant development in the area of MSME and women entrepreneurs' access to finance over the last 6 years. Some of the breakthrough interventions I want to just mention, I don't want to elaborate on that. We have target-based lending, SME credit programs and guidelines, Women Entrepreneurs Development Unit in the Central Bank, SME banking training programs, cluster-based MSME financing, SME help desk, introduction of ratings for the MSMEs. During the last 6 years, more than 350,000 new MSMEs got access to formal finance. As of March 15, Bangladesh Bank Refinance Program went up to 4,760 crore taka, and this was disbursed among 47,655 MSMEs. We put particular emphasis on the women entrepreneurs. As many as 14,254 crore taka really was disbursed to 80,000 women entrepreneurs during this period. I shall request Mr. Rajiv Chawla and his team to work with the new Bangladeshi team to help them form a sustainable, efficient and effective team to steer the MSME development in Bangladesh. As you know, Mr. Rajiv Chawla, a great presenter and a great leader, and he has mentioned how he has been able to transform the landscape for SMEs in India. Now, as Mr. Rabindranath was telling, he's becoming a leader of the IamSME world. So I really want him that he lead the world in the SME sectors. I also hope that the newly formed association IamSME of Bangladesh team would work with utmost sincerity and devotion and would remain by the side of the MSME entrepreneurs, especially the near to those who are coming from the rural and disadvantaged areas of Bangladesh. I would like to thank both the ambassadors here present, His Excellency EU Ambassador and also His Excellency the High Commissioner of India and their team for giving all the support to Bangladesh's modest initiative on SMEs. My heartfelt thanks to Mr. Chawla and his dedicated team again for their support to the Bangladeshi entrepreneurs in bringing this organization to life. I wish Godspeed to IamSME Bangladesh. Also, I want to thank again to IamSME India for providing all the support. To echo Mr. Chawla, surely together we will make a difference. Thank you all for your patient hearing.
Thank you very, very much, Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Atir Rahman, Governor, Bangladesh Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, after this we have panel discussions. For the first, we have two panel discussions, one after another.
Shah A. Sarwar, Managing Director of IFSC Bank Limited. Today you have seen that. So they are the first bank today, they have come forward to undertake one MOU with one entrepreneur. So now I request Managing Director of IFSC Bank to say some of his thought or some of his expectation from this association or on this side.
Our collective encouragement towards SME finance is taking place over last 6 years in a more focused manner. When it is coming to us, we personally feel or we collectively feel that the biggest stumbling block for us as banks who have their business model, their delivery channels and their structures rooted in financing commercial, corporate and conventional businesses. In addition to building our own structures, own capabilities, own delivery channels, we look forward to the support of some external facilitations. So when Dr. Tawfiq has raised the communication here, that how do we see banks are connecting with institutions like IamSME, I feel that IamSME can bring a significant contribution by holding hands with the banks in the form of selecting banks, in the form of imparting knowledge, and in the form of helping banks to finance the right sector in a credit-worthy way. That's how I see the role of IamSME in the country.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Anyway, now let me again go back to the one finance practitioner. He is from Non-Bank Financial Institution, Managing Director and CEO of IDLC, Mr. Selim Arif Hussain. So Mr. Hussain, would you please give your comments regarding that?
I represent a non-bank finance company which has been in the business of SME financing for roughly 8 years now. And it has been a very successful 8 years for us, as some of our peers and competitors, and certainly the central bank knows. In particular, over the last 4.5, 5 years, we have been growing at a CAGR of close to 45%. What I think is needed across the sector, as Sarabhai just mentioned, is for all banks to understand that to become a good SME banker and SME financier, you have to change. I would suggest that in Bangladesh, despite a lot of improvements having made in the SME sector financing over the last 6-7 years with the launch of the SME SPD department in Bangladesh Banking, and that is a challenge that must be attacked head on. If there is one big step forward, one strategy that this association should take, in my opinion, it should be to build the capacity to train, to develop SMEs, entrepreneurs, and make them more bankable. Sarabhai mentioned that you can become a bridge between the financing community and the client. I think that is what you need to do, and need to do very actively. You need to help us learn about the SME businesses. You need to help the SME businesses learn how to become more bankable, how to talk to bankers, how to work with bankers. So it's a both-way dialogue, and you are ideally positioned to facilitate that dialogue. We look forward to the success of this wonderful association. Thank you.
So now let us go to the right side. And first of all, I request Mr. Mohammad Mahmood Hassan, Managing Director, Bank Asia Limited, to place his thoughts regarding today's topic.
IamSME of Bangladesh, the tagline, Unity, Diversity. The challenge lies, in my opinion, there, because the entrepreneurs comes from different trading sectors, different industrial sectors. To be effective, the other key word is effective role. To be effective for the IamSME, I think the IamSME has to have to play challenging roles in organizing the entrepreneurs, getting them registered with the association, giving their advisory services on businesses, on startup businesses, selecting what you call the sectors, the areas to invest in the potential sectors, and the registration processes, and not to exclude the access to financing, how to apply and how to get the finances from the banking and financial institutions.
Now let us really go to one real entrepreneur. Though he has been introduced here as the chairman of Daffodil University, but basically he is also a real sector entrepreneur, and he was the former president of Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Sobul Khan.
That last year October, when in IDV, I think they already inaugurated one of the seminar, and luckily I was present there. And instantly after seeing the Rajiv Chawla presentation, I just told Sukamal Sinha and the governor that Bangladesh need to establish IamSME of Bangladesh. And instantly, just from the stage, I just registered the website, IamSMEofBangladesh.com. And I just told that Sukamal Sinha and also the Arifin that website I did it. If anyone is not taking the initiative, then definitely we will take the initiative. So I hope that IamSMEofBangladesh.com should be IamSMEofBangladesh.com website. It's not mine. So it will be gift for IamSME of Bangladesh, because I need in that time, if anyone not coming forward, I should do it. So thank you very much. Bangladesh Bank is already took this initiative. and that's why we are here. And I must say that again, that Bangladesh, all of the bank and non-banking financial institutions already changed their mindset. And I told to the Sukumal Sinha and one of the friend, Mr. Shankar, I think he's from the IamSME of India. I think it was a great gift for me, because if anyone is not seeing the physically of the incubator run by the Indian government, I think they will miss something, because this incubator is one of the great indications how a new entrepreneur will come forward and taking the training, and they will stay in a one hostel, and at the same time all of the component and machineries they set there, so they produce their product, they get their training, and this produce after the production, all of the component they can sell in a display center. So I hope that is the right initiative, the IamSME of Bangladesh. At the same time, I hope that I know the pulse of all of the bankers. So please, whatever spirit and whatever encouragement you are already giving from your point of view, please keep it up. I hope that Bangladesh will getting a new destination, and we will find that in future there will be no jobless people in this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saul Khan. Anyway, now we'd like to go to Mr. Ishtiaq Ahmed Chaudhary. Mr. Ishtiaq Ahmed Chaudhary, Managing Director and CEO, Trans Bank Limited.
I am in Bangladesh, so which will work for the development of the SME in our country. As it is a time-demanding initiative, and which Bangladesh Bank has taken the right step towards this. I congratulate the persons who have initiated this. And as already many of our colleagues have mentioned, that the main problem of the SME is the access to finance. So as a banker, we are going for SME financing, and hopefully, as already our colleagues have mentioned about this, and regarding our banks, we are also taking initiatives, and we are approaching for cluster-based approach, so that we can finance really a group of people. IamSME Bangladesh will work for the development of SMEs in our country, and I congratulate them for doing this, and hopefully they will perform in near future. With this one, I thank you all for this.
So now, last but not least, we'd like to go to Mr. Mahmood Shah.
The major hindrance towards this development is financial inclusion, access to finance. So what I think we should be going for collective approach to the awareness development program, a cluster-based awareness of the SMEs, and we should be taking collective approach for the training to develop the skills, and coming up with different customized products for SMEs.
All the issues faced here is mostly concerned to the urban entrepreneurs or semi-urban entrepreneurs. We know it. I will not make it elaborate. Just to put this submission that we should think of our rural potential entrepreneurs and what sorts of things thinking and planning have with our financial institutions, banks and financial institutions is the issue. I think this source of discussion is going on for the last 2-3 years continuously. But in the next available opportunity, we should discuss about the rural entrepreneurs with SME concern. Thank you.
What I mentioned in the discussion, the commercial banks over here are historically rooted in financing urban corporate-based business, commercial-based business. That was history. About 6 years ago, the central bank in Bangladesh has taken a pioneering role. They have not only given some policy formulation, but also they have actually created some kind of hand-holding activity for banks like us to go into the rural area. So, with due respect to the person who has placed this question, while we admit the fact that we have a cultural bent, we had a cultural bent towards urban financing, but it has changed. The story has changed. If you have known it, that central bank now actually allocates funds, directs the bank to to allocate a particular portion of fund to be given in the rural finance. It is not as a part of charity, it is as a part of our sustenance, because if you believe that there are 51% of the population lives in the rural areas, so bank like us, despite the fact we are urban banks, we cannot survive if we cannot build a connect with the rural areas. And we feel encouraged when institutions like IamSME, some women entrepreneurs are coming up to hold hand with the bank so that we can really deliver the products to the rural area. Thank you very much.
আমরা মনে করি 2014-তে IamSME of বাংলাদেশ এটা ধারণা এবং এটা উদ্বোধনী যেটা কিছুক্ষণ আগে আমাদের সবুর খান সাহেব বলছেন যে আমরা তখনই কিন্তু এটা এই ধারণাটা আমরা পালন করছি। আজকে যখন এটা উদ্বোধন হয়ে গেছে আমার দুই একটা জিনিস একটু জানার বিষয় যে IamSME-তে অন্যান্য স্টেক হোল্ডার কীভাবে এটা ইনভলভ হতে পারে, একজন ব্যাংকার, একজন NGO, একজন নারী উদ্যোক্তা, একজন এন্টারপ্রেনিউর, বা এরা কিভাবে এর একটা পলিসি বা টার্মস অফ রেফারেন্স থাকা উচিত। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।
I think that that today they just officially launched this program. At the same time, I think this president is already invited all of you to visit the website, because they have the plan also to establish the B2B site, and as you can easily get all sorts of information from IamSMEofIndia.com. So whatever information or whatever the way IamSMEofIndia.com is already establishing, I think the IamSME of Bangladesh will also follow the same trends. I hope that from the website you will get the A to Z information.
And I look to add something from IamSME of Bangladesh perspective. That is, obviously, what Sir said, that all the website is given, all the information is in the website, as well as our program is not only for this day, but we have the second session today for the entrepreneurs who are going to be join as the member of our association, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow we have training sessions with IamSME of India delegation, also B2B sessions, and already you have seen that there are huge new entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs from all over the country who will gonna be our member very shortly. Today formally it is launched that we are going to take members from today, and there is a booth outside also to register our members. So also we welcome all the banks to give different names from different part of the country who are the good entrepreneurs from the bank, who are already the customer of the bank and can able to contribute in this association.
So there is a question, so please.
Thank you very much. This is Munawar Reza Khan. I am the Director of Microfinance of TMSS. You know that TMSS is the third largest NGMFI in Bangladesh. And we have already covered the whole Bangladesh based on 700 branches. So out of our total portfolio, our scenario is that we have the percentage of SME and micro enterprise is 42% out of our total portfolio. So there is a huge potential in Bangladesh. This year, we have targeted that this year we will disburse 4,000 crore money as loan to the entrepreneurs. So it's a huge investment in Bangladesh with no collateral, with no guarantee, and with a very simple security. So we are drawing attention to the bankers over here and non-bank financial institutions, the CEOs particularly standing on the stage, that you have very prepared platform, the tested platform which is prepared by us, particularly the MFIs in Bangladesh. Those who are interested to jump up and to receive the loans from the banks, your platform is ready because they are already tested by the MFIs. So my utmost request to the CEOs over here standing, that you can offer them, you can take them, because they are the graduated members and also tested. So you can put your attention on the growing entrepreneurs, which is not been covered by MFIs because of some regulatory frameworks.
We have to take measures collectively to add and cater to the need of the large